What's up, everybody? Welcome to Long Days with Yannis Pappas, your podcast that stays away from all of the hateful rhetoric. We try to just talk about what's going on in the personal lives of the Real Housewives. We want you to just feel calm and comfy and cozy. We are the CBD of podcasts, baby. We don't talk about anything. No anxiety. All we talk about is stuff like toy news, reality TV news, what's going on in the personal lives of Steph Curry's parents, and that's about it. We draw the line at politics. That's where we set up a wall, if you will. That's a border we never go beyond. We're Truman. We're Truman in the Truman Show. Jim Carrey in the Truman Show. Where we get to that edge, we're about to say something that might piss one side or the other side off, and we just stay away. I'm someone who's not polarizing. Everyone loves me. I am the, how should we say, the Jerry Seinfeld of podcasts. We don't do any third rail politics. We're just an electric, solar-powered train that's running through with no third rail topics. So let's get right into it. The midterms! Trump is gonna kill reporters. We don't know what happened, and I'll just be straightforward with you. We're recording this in 2018, and it's coming out in 2022. So for a topical show, that's a little bit of a challenge. So we tried to find some evergreen news, like Tesla having some problems because their 40,000 cars have been recalled because their computers aren't functioning correctly. What happened? Well, guys got in their car, and they wanted to watch a little Netflix while it was charging up. And somehow Asian porn got on there. Who's getting in there? Well, I'll tell you, some hackers are having some fun because, like I said, our boy Elon is busy trying to figure out what he's going to do with the world's bathroom wall. Good thing he bought that. What are people allowed to post so they can read while they're shitting? Out of their mouth and while they're shitting out of their ass. It's something that you scroll or post on when you want to shit out of your mouth or while you're shitting out of your asshole. Either way, it involves shit. So, good job. Now his worth is down to $200 billion. Boy, did it make him poor. God, it's almost as much as, it's like Ari Shaffir investing half of his worth in his special Jew. Somebody won the Powerball in California, and it was a big one, but nobody's a bigger winner than the government, who is surreptitiously, clandestinely, the winner of every single Powerball lotto that's ever been. It's incredible how they do that, right? First of all, they take all your money, and then when they give you money, they take half of that. That's fun. We're going to talk about that. Somebody needs to tax them on them taxing the guy who won it. And by the way, if you're the guy who won it, move to Monaco. Get out of here. Change your name. Put on a mustache. Have AC Cowling drive you to Mexico. Get the fuck out of Dodge because your neighbors are going to be very interested in your whereabouts. Skittles are bad for you. Is that news? Is that news? Are you surprised that there's something in Skittles that's going to put you in the grave? I mean, seriously. You're eating something that's sitting on a shelf, that's not refrigerated, that is the color red, and it's not an apple that dies in 4 days, okay? If you're eating Skittles and then you're crying about it later, you know what? You're stupid. Skittles are going to kill you. They're going to kill you, okay? Anything that is candy will kill you. So, but I had no idea titanium was in Skittles. Go figure. Never read the packaging on anything. Never, ever read the packaging on anything. Just pop them in your mouth and enjoy your time in Times Square. Derkowitz, who was a lawyer, he's a lawyer, Derkowitz, right? He was on trial because some girl said that he was part of Epstein's crew. The bad news bears, if you will, of the bad news bears of playing the sport of underage fondling. That was their game. He was accused of something, and supposedly the lady has dropped the lawsuit after saying, I might have misidentified him with another old Jew. You know how they all look the same, but she is accused of anti-Semitism. God damn it, we just got demonetized. Can we have a sarcasm font for talk? That's what we need. Dershowitz. I mean, I get it. I mean, he looks. I mean, all you got to do is walk the streets of Brooklyn, and you'll see Alan Dershowitz 5 million times. It's like what? It's like walking around Minnesota and going, "Is that Ilhan Omar?" Russia and the United States are sitting down for the first time in a long time to talk nukes. Thank God. Thank God. Some old pals are getting together to talk about the same old stuff. And Ben Affleck and J-Lo have gotten married, and Jennifer Lopez quite controversially has taken Ben Affleck's name. And of course, like everything, this has people in an uproar. Is she not a feminist? Is she giving into the patriarchy? Is she submitting to the white man's patriarchy and giving up her strong Latina last name of Lopez? Dare I say iconic Lopez? Is she no longer Jenny from the block? What are we to make of this? Well, I say it's a very romantic gesture, and they will live happily ever after until 2023. This is Long Days, and let's get deep into, but stay fluffy and fun. We're going to find out half of what's the dullest today.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the baby long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and it's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who, to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid's screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day, it's a long day.
Before we get into this very light and fluffy episode, I just want to give you guys some of my live dates. Thank you for coming out to see me in Austin, November 11th and 12th. Who knows? Detroit, Michigan, December 1st through the 3rd. Get tickets. Jacksonville, Florida, December 8th through the 10th. Charlotte, North Carolina, December 15th through the 17th. Punchline in Philly for New Year's Eve, baby, December 29th through the 31st. West Nyack, New York, January 20th through the 22nd. San Diego, January 26th through the 28th. Chicago, February 24th and 25th and 26th. Atlantic City, March 3rd. Emaus, Pennsylvania at the Emaus Theater, March 4th. Dallas, Texas, in Plano, March 16th through the 18th. House of Comedy in Phoenix, Arizona, March 30th through the 1st. Tampa, Florida, April 21, 22. Providence, Rhode Island, May 12th and May 13th. Also added just recently, Missouri. And it looks like Arlington Draft House is coming into for March 9th through the 11th as well. And San Francisco. So be on the lookout for all these tickets at YannisPappasComedy.com. Come see me live, do my thing on the Girl Dad Tour. Jared Harvin will be there, the very funny young gun Jared Harvin. So get your tickets right now. Don't miss it, because satisfaction is always guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, I will give you your money back, even though it's not my authority to do so. Sorry, the snooze juice went down the wrong pipe. Also, patreon.com/Yanni Longdays for your bonus episodes. And, come on over. It sounds like you guys aren't thrilled with the Tim Dillon one right now, so we'll take it. We'll take it. So, Jared has COVID. I'm getting over a cold. Jesse will get his COVID for the second time. And it's what it is. I'm so glad I got to get on a plane with you tomorrow. Or what is it, Friday? Or whatever it is. Or wherever we are.
Why you got to put the COVID on me?
Because you started it with your trip to Asia. You started it.
I think you confused me with Stephon Marbury, dog.
Jared, I mean, is there a more popular black person in China than Stephon Marbury?
No.
He is their god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't lie, Jared. You were doing a SUNY Purchase Hamlet play over in China, and that's where you brought COVID to America. I forgot which SUNY you went to because they all are pretty shitty.
Oneonta.
Oh, yeah, it's the Harvard of Northeast New York State.
Yeah.
Oneonta. The Harvard of drinking.
There's a major in bong rips.
It majors in syphilis and accidental fentanyl overdose. Oneonta. It's a fun week. The midterms happened. To be quite honest with you, I've already admitted we don't know what happened. We don't know. We are pre-recording right now, so we have no clue what's going to happen. We do know that DeSantis and Trump have a fun little thing going on right now because they're teammates, but they're also rivals. It kind of reminds me of Shaq and Kobe. Are they kind of not like the Shaq and Kobe of the Republican Party right now? Right? I wonder which one we would call Shaq and which one would be Kobe. I'd say Trump is Kobe and DeSantis is Shaq.
I say Trump is Shaq.
Why?
Because he can't get his diet in order.
Right, yeah, no, body-wise, he definitely looks more like Shaq. But if you think about it, DeSantis already down there in Miami. So that's where Shaq went. And I think he just gave DeSantis, he preemptively gave DeSantis a nickname. Everyone who goes up against Trump is going to get a nickname. So it's kind of like a nip. If you see a nickname pop up, you're in trouble. It's like if you go to the locker room and there's a pink slip in your locker. Things are not going to, what do you call them? He called them discombobulated. Ron Discombobulator or something like that is his new nickname. So, but he did cast his vote for him in Florida. And he sent a message to him, don't stay in Florida, is what he said. I want you to stay in Florida. So he basically gave Ron DeSantis the message that Jewish children give their parents on the holidays. Stay down there. Ma, yeah, no, listen, yeah, Margie's parents are coming. What? I can't hear you. Son, we're coming up for, what? Yeah, no, we'll be there for Thanksgiving. What? No, Ma, seriously. Don't come to Long Island. Just stay down there. I promise you we'll be down there for the December holidays. Yes, I'll take you and Dad to Mexico. Just please stay down. No, we're going to come up. Okay, I got this sweater that I bought you that I need to bring up there early. Please stay in Florida, Pablo, honey. Come to Florida. So, yeah, Trump told him to stay in Florida, meaning don't run. Don't run, because it's going to be him announcing. He said he has a very special announcement on November 15th. I love how he's doing it like we don't know, right? He couldn't help himself either. He couldn't help himself to try to steal the thunder of the midterms, right? Because he's going like, I don't want to steal the thunder of the midterms, so I have a very special announcement on November 15th. I think you just did. And also, we know you're going to do it, okay? We know. What else is he going to do? Just play golf in Mar-a-Lago? No, the guy loves the action. He loves the action. So he's called, oh, my apologies. He's called him Ron DeSanctimonious. Ron DeSanctimonious. Trump at 71. Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%.
That sounds like an and one basketball player.
Yeah. He said Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought. I mean, he just rips everybody apart. He's back. He's back to tear this country to shreds. Can we just call him Hurricane Trump at this point? At his rally in Miami, former President Trump promoted Governor Ron DeSantis' bid for governor. He probably said it like that. I support Ron DeSantis for governor. Let me say that again. For governor of Florida. Stay in Florida. Stay in Florida. He probably said it with my one like that. Stay in Florida, you fucking piece of shit. These guys, the Republican Party's not big for the two of them. I think Ron DeSantis won't try him either. Do you think he's going to try him, or do you think Ron DeSantis is going like, nah, I think this is my team now. I think this is my team. What do you think? Is he going to challenge him?
Anybody that makes a Top Gun commercial got some different type of pride, bro. So I think he's going to challenge him.
He's got some pride. He's got some aspiration. I mean, he put a budget into that Top Gov. Will it be Top Gov versus King MAGA?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. At a certain point, I mean, we're devolving to the point where, I mean, you know, our candidates are just going to be megalomaniac. It's the debates. You know what the debates are going to look like? They're going to look like an episode of Wild 'N Out. Pretty soon they're going to be freestyle raps that Nick Cannon is going to host with an audience going, oh, shit. Did he just call Nancy Pelosi an animal? Oh, shit. Did her husband just get hammered over the head and I could have had the decency to wait a little bit? No, because she crossed me and did something, so she's an animal. He called her an animal in his speech last week. Nobody's toning it down. Nobody's toning it down. And nobody's got any class right now. This is classless. It's a very classless time. Enough, Trump, stop, move on. What was the other one? Go scroll up. Ron D. Sanctimonious. Ron D. said no to Fauci. That's another angle, says Chip Roy, who's a House representative from Texas. I've had enough, dog. Get me out of here. Just go, keep it there for a second. That is a member of the House of Representatives on Twitter saying, quote, tweeting Ron D. Sanctimonious and going, here's another one. Or Ron D. said no to Fauci. That's another angle. I'm glad that we're really appealing to the highest level of education here. This is name calling. This is first grade shit.
Yeah.
Is this not first grade shit? It's getting wild out there, isn't it? It's getting wild out there. It all started with the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. Once they started smashing eggs over each other's faces, I think that opened the door for a Trump presidency. Nobody's drawn that connection except me, okay? Because when I saw that show start, I love Jimmy Fallon to death. I don't know him and I don't care and I'm lying. But he's a good guy, okay? But once I saw that he started smashing eggs over, like him and he was sitting down, you know, him and Thor would sit down and they'd stare at each other's faces and they smash eggs. And I was going, his writing staff looks like a kindergarten class. That really opened the door because the Tonight Show is the cultural institution of America.
Yep.
And that went from Johnny Carson and, you know, sketches and bits to that. To that right there. And you want to go, who wrote that? Once James Corden started hopping into the car and singing with Lady Gaga, you started going, this is kind of opening the door culturally for our politics to also reflect our culture. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but they both walked into the fires of hell together.
It ended up on Jimmy Fallon's head.
Yeah, here it is. There it is. Look at that. That's John Hamm and Jimmy Fallon sitting down for a good egg on the face game.
They got a name for it.
Oh, it's called egg roulette. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to demean it. They did have come up with a title for it. I think that was the only piece of writing that happened for that bit. The rest of it was physical. He walked in and some 12-year-old goes, and he went, genius. So we do, you know, I think that there's a connection. I really do. You've seen the arts kind of devolve, auto-tune, you know, then you see comedy kind of devolve to egg smashing on the face, you know. And now you see your presidents devolving to everyone getting a nickname. They've all given each other nicknames. Ron D. Sanctimonious will not be running against Donald Trump.
Yeah. Our government is just the inside of a girl's bathroom.
It really has become that. Speaking of inside of a girl's bathroom, I mean, what's going to happen with Twitter, huh? That's what everyone wants to know. I love the fact that Elon Musk is figuring it out as he's going. He's such a busy guy. He didn't have any plans going in. He's just throwing ideas out there against the wall publicly. But I think ultimately he wants to put it all behind a paywall. I think that's the thing. He's going to make it like Patreon. So he spent $44 billion to buy Twitter now. And now the latest is that he's saying everyone's going to pay for it, right? He's trying to figure out, because he needs to try to make his money back. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And in order to, he understands that by trying to meet the standard of his goal, which is to support free speech, advertising is not the best model for that. Right? Because the advertisers don't want you to say certain things. So he's trying to figure out a way where people can talk freely. And the only way they can do that is by paying for it, which I think is good, because I think if you have to pay to scream the N-word, I don't think you will. I don't think anyone's paying. And if they do, I think you should allow people to say the N-word if they pay for it. Because then you go, okay, then that guy really means it. He's not just saying it to be a troll. And then you get to identify real racists as opposed to people who are just trying to troll. Because a lot of people just go on there and they shout shit because they're anonymous and they want to fuck shit up. They want to be destructive. It's like hackers. Sometimes when you ask a hacker, why'd you do what he did? And he's like, I don't know. It was because it was fun. I just wanted to fuck shit up. Because humans will, that's what we do. So, but if a guy pays $8 to yell the N-word, you're going, okay, that's a real racist right there. He's committed. He's invested in his own racism. You know, that's the difference. It's like when you go to a comedy show that's free, you know, and the audience doesn't have to pay. The audience is always kind of shitty. They're kind of like, But when you pay, you know, you really bring it. So if you pay $8, you know, and you're a racist, you're going to bring it. I think the N-word would be uninventive for somebody who paid $8. I think if you paid $8, you're going to see some shit.
Yeah.
They're going to put on a show.
Yeah.
So that's what he's caught between the advertising model and the subscription model. And he boasted recently that Twitter's engagement is at an all-time high, which is probably true right now. And I don't know what he's going to do. It's the $8 is what he's touting. Is it's going to cost you $8. $8 is a lot, dude. How much is Netflix?
Bro, like around 12.
$12. Then you got Hulu or Sling. Everyone's paying for, right? Then you got the occasional rub and tug that you got to go to. I'm just trying to factor this into everyone's budget, right? Then you got the 2 for $20 meal at Applebee's, right? That's a hot family date, right? Then you got gas. Then you got your car payment. Twitter, $8. I think you're going to see it shrink. But financially, he could make his money back, right? Because what's like 8 times 100,000? It's funny to see Elon Musk even using the 10,000 fan model. You know, I think he got on the phone with a comedian podcaster and was like, "How should I do this?" And like, look, dude, all you got to do is focus on 10,000 fans. If 10,000 fans give you $8, what is that right there? You know? Would you stay on Twitter for $8?
I'd stay on there.
You'd stay on there.
You get everything. Sports, scandals, dramas, porns.
Would you stay on for $8? Because his goal is he wants good news on there.
Twitter's my go-to social media.
For news. That's what I think normal people use it.
That's what I check the most.
So normal people use it for news, I think, the most, right? Yeah. Comedians use it
for jokes.
For jokes.
It's like a virtual open mic for us.
Right. It's a virtual open mic and also to promote our dates. Trolls use it to sling the N-word. And that's it, really, though. Normal people, I think you would get rid of all the trash if you made it like a higher society club. Basically, he's charging a cover. If it was a club, he's going, all right, this is going to be a cover.
Plus, you can keep the bots off. I think that's what the solution is to the bots.
Yes.
Because someone could just make like 1 million Twitter accounts, but if they each have to pay $8 for those,
they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it
unless you're a government and you can invest that, and then that'll be the next level. But he's trimming it down. He'll be trimming the fat at that point.
He also laid off half the company.
He laid off half the company. He might have done that just as a troll. He might have just laid them off as a troll. Like, all right, I'm just clearing house. He probably did it to save a couple bucks too. He's got to save some dollars. But this is actually not a horrible idea, right? Like I kind of see the way he's thinking. He's going, this will get rid of the trash. Because when media was better, you know, media used to be a lot better. I like to sometimes go back and watch old news reports, you know, where the reporter was a little, you know, it wasn't like Michael Moore throwing his fat frame into every shot, you know, when they just stayed more anonymous. I'm not saying I don't like Michael Moore. I'm just saying, like, stay off camera, guy. You got chef body. Stay in the kitchen. There's no need for you to be in the movie, you know? Hire Jared Harvin to ask the questions. But you know my point. They all inserted themselves in the story.
Yeah.
And you look at the old news and they did it. And news back then, you know, was subscription-based. The only one that's managed to stay good with the advertising model is 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes is still good and has always been good, you know? But I think that's their brand, right? But it also shows it's not impossible. It's not impossible to do good news and have sponsors, you know? You just have to go, that's our brand. If you don't like it, don't don't buy ad space. You know, you have to have someone with morals at the top. You can't just do capitalism without what your principle is. And I think that's what we're trying to get at, right? Is like, if you're going to be a shameless, like, just moneymaker, we at least want to identify you as that. I think that's really what he's trying to go for. And I applaud that, because I think that's what the problem is. I think the problem is not that there's shit on Twitter or that there's trolling on Twitter. I think the problem is nobody knows who anyone is. And I think that's the situation that he's trying to fix. He wants you to go, this is a real news outlet. This is a real person. This is this. And at least you start there. And then you could start handling the disinformation and stuff like that. But at first, you got to identify who everyone is. Yeah. We can't have this strobe light hoe environment where the lights are off and everyone's fucking hooking up. And then when the lights come on, you go, ew! I didn't know you were a troll account from Brazil. I thought you were a main news source. Mm-hmm. We can't have that. That's what happens. It's a strobe light hoe media environment where everyone's in the club and the lights are down and they're playing some fucking sexy music and everyone's hooking up.
Have a couple of drinks, you feel nice, you go back home and you realize you slept with BuzzFeed.
Exactly. Yo, BuzzFeed is a real strobe light hoe. They have a good banner and everything.
Yeah.
Good name, BuzzFeed.
And then you get home and you realize they were wearing Spanx the whole time.
Yeah. You realize it was a dude. Dude looks like a lady. You get home and you read the Steele dossier and you realize it should have been a listicle. That's what he's trying to get at, I think. Guys, we're brought to you by the king of mowing down your fumes, Manscaped. They come at you again with their Platinum Package 4.0. It's the one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all. It has everything needed to help you deck the halls from face to balls, just in time for mistletoe season, baby. You must have a kit from Manscaped. I mow down my fumes. I manscape once a week with my Manscaped 4.0. So the Platinum Package has each product from the best-selling Performance Package, plus Ultra Premium Body Wash, Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo, plus Conditioner, very nice, and Ultra Premium Deodorant. It's the best way to smell fresh. From your Santa hat to your candy cane. This is actually pretty good. The Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer and the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Hair Trimmer. For me, it's a necessary thing. I get growth here and I get growth here, and once a week I just trim it down with all these products. The lawnmower is the king, right? That's like the king. If this was a chessboard, the lawnmower is the king, and the rest of these are the queen, the bishop, and the knight. But the Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer and the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Trimmer feature proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect you from nicks. You know, it doesn't want to touch those delicates. You know, you don't want to chop up the jewels, and they do a good job of protecting you with this technology. They're also waterproof, so there's no issue clearing the snow out of your driveway. So the Platinum Package 4.0 is a perfect gift, actually, for get it for your brother, get it for your father, get it for your son, Ma. That'll be funny. It's a funny gift. If you're a mother, this would be a great gift for your son. Or if you're a sister, great gift for your brother. It's funny and it's very useful. So put it under the tree this holiday season. It's the perfect stocking stuffer. Manscaped, you get 20% off and free shipping with the code FUMES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with and free shipping at manscaped.com. Promo code FUMES. Get your jingle balls ready for the holidays. Guys, we are brought to you by Mud Water. This is incredible. They sent us some to try, and it's a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs with a fraction of the caffeine. Did I pronounce that right?
Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like good herbs that give back to your body. I don't know.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It has a fraction of the caffeine.
That's all you need to know.
What you need to know is a cup of coffee. So instead of going decaf, you can go with Mud Water. It's delicious. It gives you energy, and you don't get the anxiety and jitters or the crash that you get from coffee. So it's a really nice coffee alternative. Each ingredient was added for a purpose, right? They got the cacao and the chai for mood and a micro dose of caffeine. So you get a little caffeine from the cacao and the chai. Then they got lion's mane for alertness, and then cordyceps to help support physical performance, chaga and reishi to support your immune system, and turmeric, the magic ingredient, turmeric, for that soreness, and cinnamon for the... I never knew cinnamon was so good for you, but it is.
It is.
It is. It's got antioxidants. So Mud is Whole30 approved, 100% USDA organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher certified. So Mud Water has launched their new mushroom boost with mushrooms you can trust. You can add it to your mud smoothies. You can even cook with it. So this is really good stuff, guys. Go to MUDWTR, mudwater.com, abbreviated. MUDWTR.com/longdays to support the show. Use the promo code LONGDAYS with no spaces for 15% off, okay? So that's mudwater.com, MUDWTR.com/longdays. Use the promo code LONGDAYS, no spaces, all one word, for 15% off. Give it a try, man. I had mine just with nothing, but you can add oat milk, nut milk, honey. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. I tried it, and it's a great caffeine alternative that just gives you a little caffeine, but lots of healthy benefits. He could probably go about it in a better way, maybe not carry the sink in and go let that sink in.
Yeah, the guy wants to be funny so bad.
He wants to be funny so bad. Jesse just said it perfectly. I think he is a comedy fan, and I get it. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I know you want comedy to be legal on Twitter, but why don't you leave it to the professionals? Why don't you just stick to egghead shit? You're an egghead, okay? You're a fucking brilliant guy who apparently is a non-practicing fucking Mormon because you're reproducing more than a fucking cockroach. Okay? I mean, he's like, can I make another kid to not pay attention to? I mean, how many kids does he want to grow up fatherless with the last name Musk?
Yeah.
Comedy should be legal. Don't get mad at me. I know I got personal, but don't get mad at me. Freedom of speech, you cocksucker. I mean, the kid is a fucking sperm machine.
It's the white Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. He's got more fucking kids than Madonna and Angelina Jolie's adopted combined. But are Angelina Jolie and Madonna's kids ever going to apply for an IMF loan? Because Jesus Christ, they got a fucking population of third world kids. That was a good, smart joke. No, Jess?
Yeah.
That would be funny if Angelina just shows up at the IMF like, I'm here for a loan. And you're like, what? You're like, well, I got a whole population of third world kids in my living room, and I can't afford it. How many kids does she have that she adopted from fucking Madagascar? 6 kids. You know what's funny about these celebrities? It's a very interesting thing because they claim to be such good people that give and all that stuff, but they're such narcissists that they'll never give birth to a kid out of their own body because they don't want it to mess it up because they know how valuable it is for them to be hot. So they're caught in between this thing of like, hey, I'm an ambassador for the UN. I'm such a good person, but I'm also a stone-cold narcissist who doesn't want stretch marks. So I made my Honduras babysitter fucking give birth to every single one of my kids. I don't even know how that creepy shit works. What do? They just stick the baby in someone else's womb?
Surrogate.
Yeah, how does that work?
Like in vitro, they just they
take the egg and the sperm of another person and put it in her womb?
Yeah.
That's
Take a little
fucking
syringe, pump it in like it's butter to a turkey on Thanksgiving.
I thought you were going to try to explain it. I was going to be like, listen to Jared. Yeah, they take a turkey baster and they fucking shoot it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of the three of us, we could put our heads together and we could never come up with how they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that even possible? That's crazy, right? And you're telling me that they can do that, but they didn't create any of these kids who become stars? You're telling me that didn't happen?
You're hooked on that, man.
I know I'm hooked on that, but you telling me Selena Gomez Where's her parents? Again, who's Selena Gomez's parents? They make those kids.
Selena Gomez is a real person. Have you seen that forehead, dog?
Yes.
Her forehead it looks fucking big. Her forehead looks bigger than the Alamo.
Let's take a peek. Is she old enough to say she's hot yet, or what's the deal?
She's like 28.
She's hot.
But she has a peculiar face.
I mean, you are a picky son.
I'm not. She's
You don't
pretty,
like
but
this?
she look at that head, dog.
Dude, that head is not that big.
It's weirdly shaped.
My God, dude. Most people would say they'd clean her like a cat. I wouldn't, because I'm married.
I mean, she's a
But I think most people would say that they would crack her open and clean her out and clean her like a cat and give her a cat bath.
She's pretty. She is.
Pretty's not the word, bro. She's smoking. I mean, Jesus Christ, dog. Where's the forehead?
It's right that you don't see the shape.
No,
you don't see.
You want to see a big forehead? Look at that thing. My face is too small for my head. Now, fucking people are gonna notice it and never let it go. There you go. There's your reward. There's another one about me. My face is fucking this big, and the rest of my head, and I got a tiny head. I look like Beetlejuice, especially when I gain weight. You ever see me with a little weight on me? I look like I got a fucking peanut head. It looked like someone put a peanut on the top of a piece of bread. That's what my body looks like. It looks like a peanut on Wonder Bread. And my face looks like it's being pulled in. My face looks like it's being pulled into my nose.
It's a vortex that opens up on your face.
As my nose grows and my eyes collide together, there's a gravitational pull between my eyes. It's like my face is it's like caving into the middle of my head. Dog, you are so wrong. That is fake news about Selena Gomez.
I didn't say she was ugly. I'm just saying she has a big head.
Oh, God. Most people would say they'd like to bury their face in those tatas. I won't say that because I'm married. But Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, sweetheart. Do you need to take a shower on my tongue? That's what someone would say who wasn't married. And who didn't have kids, who was going to one day watch this and try to bring it in as a science project. Hey, it's career day. You want to see what my daddy does? And then just pulls up a clip of me going, you want to take a bath on my tongue? Is what people would say. Finish the sentence. Is what people would say. Now, what's her age?
She's like 27, 28.
Thank God. Jesus Christ. Dane Cook's daughter is his wife. Is she 20 yet? She's 30. She's 30, dog.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
safe.
up there.
Yeah. So I repeat. Most people would say they like to treat her athlete's foot with their mouth. Most people would say that.
Yeah, I don't think talking to the third person is really helping you out, dog.
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you could line up 10 out of 10 guys and not one person would mention her forehead, Jared.
When her hair,
Jared, what are you talking about?
When her hair is pulled back, dog, she's got like an alien-shaped head. That's all I'm saying. She's very pretty. But also, I do recognize that I should shut up because I'm probably going to meet her sometime during my career, so I take back everything I just said.
Yeah, right. You constantly have to remember, you're on the Longdays podcast. You're going to be careful. You got to let me do that.
Yeah.
I'm the guy with most of my career behind me.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
My career is like this. I'm driving, but the whole time I'm looking in the rear view mirror. I'm looking at an open road behind, and anytime you open your mouth, there's traffic ahead, my friend. There is not one iota of extra forehead on that head, and nor is it a weird shaped head.
Okay. All right.
How good must it be to be 24, young, good looking, to be able to find those flaws? Because if Selena Gomez looked at me, if she walked by me, I would bottle the smell off her body, take it off, and throw it on my penis, is what the people said who would do that. I would bottle up her scent. She'd walk by and go like this. Is what people have told me.
So basically, you would treat Selena Gomez like a firefly.
Yes, I would. Yeah, her scent Did I just say I would bottle up Selena Gomez's scent in an I love Allah mug and then treat it like Evil Lovey's pocket pussy? Yes, I did. I would bottle it up and fuck her scent. Is what the people who would say that type of thing would say, is my point. This is a great midterm election episode. Wait a second. What's this? Cultural appropriation? Here's Selena Gomez with her hair braided. Now, as the Puerto Rican man, do you condone this action?
She's Mexican, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You did get that from the Gomez part?
Yeah, is Gomez? There's no Gomez Luis Gomez is Puerto Rican, and he lets you know it every time he drops the N-word, as if that's some sort of makes it okay. But, yeah, Gomez can be Puerto Rican, right?
I believe so, yeah. But she's from San Antonio, so.
Yeah, I don't know all the fucking rules. Is Vasquez Puerto Rican?
Vasquez is Puerto Rican, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the look.
Yeah, that's the one that Jesse would go to Tahiti and get scurvy for. Would you let her kill you like a praying mantis if she said you could have sex with me, but then I kill you?
Yeah, she bite my head off.
Yeah,
right after.
Right after.
Yeah.
A lot of people I think would say yeah. I think a lot of people would let her bite. She said, "Hey, I'm going to murder you, but you get to sleep with me first." A lot of people would go, "Okay, let me get my will ready."
I'll take that deal.
And that Jesse would go, "Okay, you can have my baby Socrates statue."
She's not going to get much.
Oh God. Well, we know what the name of this episode is. Selena Gomez's fumes and Selena Gomez fumes. Bottled Selena Gomez fumes. She could actually sell it. If her career went belly up, Selena Gomez could walk. She could go. She could do this. She could do this to make money. And I swear to God, she'd make a lot of money. She could go, okay, guys, show up in this closed room with no windows. I will walk back and forth, and you can bottle up my smell. And people would pay for that. She'd be walking by, creating like a little draft, and people would just people would sniff as she went by. That's how hot she is. She's hot, dude.
Like a dog sniffing for bombs at the TSA line.
Here's the thing about her too. She's also like smart, and she has like anxiety and depression, which is like hot for smarter guys. So you know a lot of nerds will show up. A lot of nerds will show up like, hey, Selena. Because she's like was in a Woody Allen movie. She's got anxiety, depression. That means she's a thinker, you know, because nobody stupid has depression. Let's be honest. People talk about, look, I hate when hearing like Andrew Tate and people go like, I don't believe in depression. You know, you go into a house, there's some person says they believe in ghosts. They hear a knock in the night. Then they say there's ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. Just like you didn't believe in depression. Yeah, it probably means your brain's not working that good. Anyone who can think is going to be depressed because we are floating on a rock in the middle of nowhere. And if you're aware of that, that's a little disconcerting. If you can't look at the state of this country and get a little depressed, guess what? You're special, my dude. You're special. Wait for the van. It's coming. It's taking you to bowl. Don't you hate how people malign people with depression? It's like people should be depressed. Things are bad. If you're depressed, it means you're fucking looking around a little bit. I'm more scared of a person who's like, everything's great. Which is a more scary look if I knock on your door? I want to ask you guys. I show up. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, man, I don't know. I hope things don't go well with this midterm. It could be bad. Yeah, I hope democracy doesn't crumble and we turn into an autocracy. I can see the comments now of all the fucking Trump sycophants. Can you get off his dick? Just get off his dick. Why are people so hard on his dick? You're such a dick rider. You can see them in the comments now. Oh, Yanni, don't talk about my Jesus that way. That's my daddy. Yeah, he's your daddy, you little fucking cuck. What's worse, me showing up at your door? Oh, yeah, Trump fucking, I don't know if that was the best move, calling him man. I'm really, I hope nuclear war doesn't happen. It really could. You know, both sides do have nukes. You know, if you look at the history, the wars do happen, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or me showing up going, hi. Hi. Have you ever heard about the Jehovah's Witness program? Yeah. Hi, my name's Stacy. Here's some literature. Hi, I'm here from the Church of Mormon Latter-day Saints. How are you? Which one's a little weirder? One is wearing who they are on their sleeve. The other one's hiding it. Because all of us are like imperfect, you know? Hi. Anyway, Selena Gomez. She'll run for president probably in 2036 or something. And I'll vote for her. You know? They got to open it up, dog. Open it up to everybody. I'd like to see a Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez ticket. Former lovers. He's got to at least once yank it out to her, no? The Baldwin girl, she's cute.
Yeah.
Now we're definitely going to get age monetized. For the sexual count, we're getting age monetized. Right? Who cares? Let's just go with it. People who will listen will still have a good time.
Yeah.
On YouTube, this will get 16,000 views. But, you know, it's funny that's a good position to be in because, you know, oftentimes when you want a little break, I mean, she's smoking too. But, you know, the funny thing is he has that whenever he wants. So it's just funny to think that even Justin Bieber is probably sneaking off one in the shower to Selena Gomez. Even he's getting sick of it. He's going, oh, Jesus, the Baldwin girl again. Which is basically like doing it with himself. I mean, they both look like Baldwin girls.
Yeah, they look like twins.
Yeah. It's like, if you show me that picture and said, which one is the Baldwin girl? I'd go, I don't know, both? I mean, Justin Bieber looks like Haley Baldwin transitioned into a man. Justin Bieber looks like a F to M Baldwin girl. Female to male transitioner. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't blame pretty girls, though, you know, for being dumb. It's like, what are you going to do? Nobody's responding to the things that you have to say. You know, this girl started talking. I mean, the only reason you're listening is because you want to catch some of her fumes. Anyway. Speaking of young pop stars, this Dershowitz thing is interesting. So what's his name? Larry Dershowitz?
Alan
Dershowitz. Now, he's a criminal defense lawyer. And then we'll get to Lopez and Affleck. People are upset, which I think is hilarious. Who cares? People can't make anything not political. So her name was Virginia. I want to read this article like they're doing it in his house. And his parents are probably still here because a lot of times Jew parents will live to like 150. Virginia Giuffre drops, her name was Virginia Giuffre, drops her loss. Was it a criminal suit or a civil suit? Virginia Giuffre, one of dozens of women who have accused Jeffrey Epstein of sexual misconduct, and dropped her lawsuit claiming former Harvard Law School professor Alan Dershowitz was among the men with whom Epstein compelled her to have sex. The lawsuit accused him of defaming her when he didn't. Oh, so it's like that's the lawsuit, is defaming. That's probably hard to prove anyway, right? So she's basically claiming he defamed her when he denied the claim. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. But she did end up saying, I may have mistaken him for someone else, right? Which she probably got a couple of bucks to say. She probably got a couple bucks to say that. Giuffre, 39, has also accused Britain's Prince Andrew of sexually abusing her when she was 17. That lawsuit was dismissed earlier this year after the two reached a settlement. Let me change that sentence for you a second. The two reached a settlement and the lawsuit was dismissed. How about them apples? Instead of the lawsuit was dismissed earlier this year after the two reached a settlement. No, reverse that sentence. Prince Andrew has denied the claim. Yeah, as if he's going to say, yeah, I did do it. They did it, right? They did it. Otherwise, why would girls say that they did it?
No question.
You know? They did it. I think it's safe to say if you were friends with Jeffrey Epstein, I don't mean like took a picture with him. You know, the guy was like a socialite, so he's in pictures with everybody. But if you got on that plane, what do you think was going on down there? You know? You're going into these like international waters. Yeah, they're just going down there to play a couple of rounds of golf on a secret island that's like as big as my backyard. I got a nice piece of land. Like, you know what was going on down there. Nobody had golf clubs checked on the plane. I bet you every single one of those guys that got on the plane did this when they got on. I bet you they were all sitting there doing this. By the way, here's a good Epstein shared hotel suite with Bill Clinton and worried about being poisoned. Jesse, what sources are you pulling up? Oh, is this the Daily Beast? Okay, that's decent. Juliette Bryant was a Cape Town cocktail. Was at a cake when an associate approached her. This guy's bothering me. The woman, American actress Nadja Hill, told him that night, "Can I hang out with you guys?" Yeah. I was a silly young 20-year-old and thought it sounded like an amazing opportunity considering the people he was with. Let me ask you this question. How many women were on that plane? Can you just Google, were there any women in Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs? Jeez, I didn't want to make it complicated for you.
There are plenty of women.
Were there?
Yeah, just haven't hit puberty yet.
Good call. Yeah. To-be women. There was a lot of to-be women.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of people who one day will be women.
A lot of women prequels on that flight.
Yeah. There was a lot of women who in 15 years will be considered a woman. The cockpit door stayed closed. I certainly did not see anything on the plane.
That's the pilot.
That's the pilot. But I wonder if there was any women. Bill Gates traveled to Epstein's island multiple times. False claim, they say. Wait a second. Reuters is saying false claim. You know what the problem is, dude? You know what the real problem is, man? I think the problem is people have just, even if it's a false claim, nobody knows. And like, it's not far-fetched that a lot of these people have allies in the press. You know, and money will do anything. Money will make people do anything. So you just don't know. You just don't know. But according to Reuters, Bill Gates did not get on the plane. They'd met in the past, but the flight logs, which are recently subpoenaed, it's untrue. So I buy that. So if someone looked at the flight log, flight records confirm that Bill Gates went to Epstein. No, but that's not true. Yeah. So maybe that's not true. If they looked at the flight logs, but could have been done. But that's the thing with conspiracy. You can always go down the rabbit hole. But also, if he wasn't, that's pretty shitty that people think he was. And that happens too, right? That happens to a lot of people. That's the other side of it. So the crux of this is nobody trusts the press anymore. That's the problem. So if Elon Musk could do something on Twitter to increase the press's reputation, then that would help. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. You know? Just like if you join patreon.com/Yanni Longdays, I promise to give you objective news over there.
Yep.
Over here, we go for salaciousness because it's free and we're dependent on dad grass. You know what I'm saying? You guys want some bon charge? It's over here. You want the objective news? Go over. Pay $5. Go to patreon.com/Yanni Longdays and go listen to our bonuses, our weekly bonuses. So he wants to put Twitter behind the paywall, and Tesla has just recalled 40,000 cars because of malfunctions. So it's almost like my joke came to life from last week, is that he's so busy that, you know, and people got mad when I posted that because people are such humorless cunts. And they're so far up these heroes' asses now, you know? It's like if you agree with positions, then that means everyone's got their little daddy. Everyone's their daddy. Like Trump's my daddy, Elon's my daddy. Yeah. You can't make any jokes about these people. I made a joke about Elon Musk and people are like, Yanni's a libtard. Look, if I'm gonna have people call me a Trump supporter or a libtard, I'm gonna pay $8 for it. If I'm gonna put my career on the line or be called a libtard or Trump supporter, I want to also pay $8 for it. Or I'd like, if you're going to call me a libtard or a Trump supporter, I'd like you to pay $8 for it. And then I'll respect you. Because you bought a ticket to criticize me on Twitter. So, yeah, they've recalled 40,000. That's not a little. Model S, God damn it, that's my model. That could experience a loss of...
That's the hardest I've seen Jared laugh.
Yeah. And you know what?
Talking all this shit.
Yeah, shit. God damn it. Till it affects me.
Okay.
Well, you know what's funny is I did this morning on my drive here, I could not do power steering assist.
Motherfucker trying to hit the brakes and not working. Like, wait, what's going on?
Are they going to recall my test now? An October firmware release has caused some vehicles to lose power steering when driving over bumpy roads and potholes. Okay, that hasn't happened, but this morning I couldn't do fucking cruise control. The point is you're too busy, dog.
He heard you cut off all your power.
Yeah, it's probably what he did. Oh, it's probably what he did. Oh, fuck it. It's probably what he did. He heard my jokes and he did not like it.
He's not busy enough not to do that.
He's not busy enough to do that. I mean, please just leave my tests alone. Okay, I just got another one. So please stop. Yeah, I ordered another one. They're not that expensive. They're very affordable. They take a while to come.
Yeah.
But I'm used to that. Look at my career.
You better make sure that Tesla has airbags, dog.
So what does that mean when we recall? They all 40,000 have to go back?
They gotta go back or be sent back.
And then what do? They fix them and resend them, or they just like they fix them and resend them?
I'll probably just give you a new one.
Do they give you a credit? Obviously, they must give you a credit. Do they give you another car to drive or something, or are you just like stuck taking the bus? Reduced or lost power steering assist does not affect steering control. 97% of the recalled vehicles have installed a new update that addresses the issue, and no further action is necessary for these owners. 314 vehicles with the problem as of the first of the month in November, but the company is not aware of any injuries or death. Shares of the automaker were down more than 4% early Tuesday. Good time to buy. Good time to buy. Buy when it's down. Buy when it's down. Buy when it's down. Yeah, I mean, imagine trying to juggle all these companies, dude. I could barely juggle this podcast and stand up. Imagine trying to juggle SpaceX, Neuralink, Tesla, Twitter. Those are his 4 right now. Am I missing one?
The Boring Company. He's got something that builds tunnels underground.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy's got a large bandwidth. He's a brilliant dude.
He's dealing with his 6 babies and his 45 kids.
I also love how much his companies run the gamut. Like one of the companies, he's sending rockets into space and dealing with NASA. He's like working with the government to put rockets into space, and the other one he's trying to figure out how to monetize bathroom wall speech. He's like, okay, all right, I got one meeting over here. Okay, yeah, guys, yeah, totally, yeah. His head moving, yeah, totally, yeah. We're gonna get the rocket up there, yeah. Okay, yeah. So how many people said the N-word today? Okay, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want people saying N-word. No. Hold on one second. Yeah, Biden's on the phone. Yeah, no, we're going to get the rocket to Mars. Yeah, we're trying to get people there. The fuselages there. Yeah, another N-word? Okay. He's really going, his company's really run the gamut from high to low culture, huh?
He's the first person to have a meeting with NASA and the NAACP in the same day.
It's really, and maybe the only one ever in history that will ever do that. Have to deal with the Anti-Defamation League and also NASA. He's taking a lot of responsibility on. I believe he wants to better humanity. Otherwise, why would he buy Twitter? He knows he's not going to make any money on it. He bought it for a large sum of money. I believe he wants to do it. And he deserves a chance. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll improve it, and maybe it will become a great thing. So far, so good as far as engagement, according to him, and also not so good, as far so good for probably him listening to the last episode and sabotaging my car. Jesus Christ. So that's weird. Just please fix my car, Elon. I'm just joking, dog. Imagine he did it. I mean, he might. You know what I mean? Like he knows Joe Rogan. I know Joe Rogan. Maybe he listened to it. Maybe he heard the episode. He got pissed. Maybe he just got pissed because I said it's not going to work out. You know what the thing is? You know what the real funny thing is? And this is true. These people all want to dance in the public sphere. They all want to be content creators. And they go around and they sling mud everywhere they can, but they can't take it. As soon as you say something about them, they can't take it. It's like, hey man, I thought you wanted to be a comedian. I thought you wanted to be a content creator. You want to put, this is what it is. People talk about you. That's the cost of it. It comes with it. That's the cost. People are going to make jokes. People are going to criticize. They can't handle it. They don't want it. They only want the good. Everyone's got to just chill out. Okay? Don't take it personally. People are criticizing. They don't know you. You're a public figure. They're going to say whatever they say. It's part of free speech. It's okay. Calm down. They're just making jokes. Relax. Why am I talking now in my ASMR voice? This is the part of the podcast where we're going to do ASMR. Hi. How are you? Welcome to Longdays. Yes. Oh, let me pluck your eyebrows for you. Let me pluck your eyebrows. Dude, I watch those videos and they put me to sleep. Just a beautiful girl going, hi, let me pluck your eyebrows. And it's funny because they're talking to women, but I'm there sleeping. They're going, I'm going to give you a makeover. Let me brush your hair. And I'm sitting there, brush my hair. You ever watch any of these ASMRs?
No, I can't stand whispering. It drives me up a fucking wall.
You don't like it? Why?
I don't know. It's just one of those things, like nails on a chalkboard to me for some reason.
By the way, Jared, doesn't Jesse look fucking younger with his haircut?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I thought he went and got it styled. He's like, I cut it myself.
Yep.
With a vacuum cleaner.
Nah, it looks nice.
I did it with some cuticle scissors.
Yeah, I realized people thought you were your dad's brother just because you. I mean, dog, you had Albert Einstein hair for a little while.
Once every 6 months.
Yeah, once every 6 months you get the cut. I like that you're on the same schedule as the Unabomber.
I'm working on my manifesto.
Yeah, yeah. So this Ben Affleck and J-Lo thing is pretty interesting, right? And I use interesting sarcastically. So, but it's news. It's news here, right? It's news. So they got married. And Jennifer Lopez decided to take Ben Affleck's name because she feels like it's romantic. She said there's still some romanticism to it. And she feels like it's just a romantic thing, right? And this is their second go around on the Ferris wheel. I mean, in between their relationship was one big A-Rod dick. That's the only thing that separates their two innings of love. Is the seventh inning stretch
Of her vagina.
Of her vagina. Yeah, perfect. You come with it when you have COVID. You really come with it.
Yep. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He comes with it and gives it to everybody else.
COVID, bro. Come on.
What do you think it is?
I think it's what you have. There's video evidence of you coughing on camera.
Dog, who cares? Let's both go to Stop and kill some fucking old people.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we're going to the grocery store right after this.
All right, but I'm driving because I don't trust your Tesla anymore.
Yeah, Tesla's acting a little funny. So she took the name, and she changed her name legally, and now she goes by Jennifer Lynn Affleck. So she anglicized her name. But as you said, I think he speaks better Spanish than she does. Spanish.
Yeah, he grew up in Mexico.
Did he grow up in Mexico?
He spent like 2 years in Mexico with his mom and his brother, like doing shit. So,
dog, I mean, look, I'm a straight guy, but I gotta say, Ben looks good for. I mean, look at, he looks good. How old is he?
He's got a butt chin.
Yeah, Jesse, if you were walking next to Ben Affleck, they'd go, "Is that your dad?" How old is Ben?
He's definitely dyeing his hair.
I mean, of course, but I like how you Googled just Ben. 50. He's 50. He's 50 years old. He looks good, man. He looks good. So people got upset. People are upset, right? Probably Twitter. That's the funny thing, right? So here's the thing. This is an interesting thing because this wouldn't be news before Twitter, right? This wouldn't be news because nobody would know that anyone was upset. No one would be able to put on a public forum that they were upset and find other people to commiserate and them all to go like, yeah, why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Right? So before this would never be news. It would just be like, Mrs. and Mrs. Affleck walk down the street, and the only way you would be able to hear someone criticizing it is if you were standing below Puerto Rican women on the 3rd floor sitting outside on the fire escape on a pillow. You remember how they used to rest on the pillow?
My favorite.
Yeah.
All day.
All day, dude. Just a pillow on the fire escape, just with looking out the window. With Poppy rolling by on the bike with a fucking radio in it and a Budweiser cracked. So people got upset saying, oh God, she's taking her strong Latin name. She's still a Latin woman, right? Everyone knows it's Jennifer Lopez. It's not like she's not Jennifer Lopez anymore.
Jennifer Lynn Affleck's not selling any tickets.
No, but Jennifer Lynn Affleck's not selling any tickets, but she is selling a book on vegan healthy dishes.
Yes.
Jennifer Lynn Affleck has a cooking book. She's got an Instagram influencer cooking page. She's definitely telling you 100 things you can do with cashew nut milk.
Yeah. She's not selling any tickets, but she is getting a loan.
She is making a sweet tahini zucchini pasta. She's definitely hanging out with Gwyneth Paltrow in the Hamptons and listening to Girls Gotta Eat podcast. They're definitely drinking some white wine and having a nice little healthy organic brunch together. Jennifer Lynn Affleck is definitely not shopping at Bye Bye Baby, but you might see her in Anthropologie buying some candles for her bathroom. Mm-hmm. She's definitely wearing some flats, some Gucci flats. She's definitely got some pearl earrings, and she's definitely having lunch in Westport, Connecticut.
And she cuts the crust off her children's sandwiches.
Yes, she's definitely got a son named Carter. She's got a son named Carter and one named Baker.
And they both have peanut allergies.
Yeah. She turned herself into a wasp. Big deal.
Yeah.
Now, as a Latin man with a Latin mother, you think this is her giving into the patriarchy? Talk to me. What do you think? Should she have kept her name Jennifer Lopez?
No, I think she's too big of an icon for that to be a factor.
It doesn't affect her.
You know?
So you think the hoopla is just hoopla?
Yeah. People always get mad when you change your name. Or change the label to something, but...
Yeah. But also, I do see their point, right? She's an icon. Like, she's a Puerto Rican icon. She's one of the top... Would you say top 5 stars in America? Like, most famous Americans? Jennifer Lopez? She's either 5 or 10. I'm just rounding. She's up there.
I'll go 10. I'll go 10 with you, yeah.
Who do you got above her?
You got Beyonce, Jay-Z.
You got Jay-Z. You got Lil Baby.
Tom Hanks.
You got Tom Hanks. You got Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks, yeah.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You got all the Jokers from Practical Jokers. You got Theo Vaughn, Joey Diaz, Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz is ahead of her. Marky Gagnon's in there.
Yeah.
Oshkosh Singh. Not the dentist. The
Dove
Davidoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot ahead of her.
Alex Mita.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is Johnny Carson's guy again? Ed McMahon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. Because I was going to make the joke. It was Andrew Schultz's Ed McMahon. But I just couldn't remember the name because I have early onset. It would have been better if I did, it would have come out as a nice joke.
Still good.
Still good, though. So, okay, we lost Jennifer Lopez. But what did we gain? We gained one more waspy woman. One more waspy woman. Tell me what cadence I'm doing. One more waspy woman. I got one more.
Let's stop before you get demonetized. Let's just stop before you get demonetized.
One more waspy woman. One more waspy woman. They can't get me, dog.
No, they can't. They can't.
Yeah, I mean, that little jingle, that little phonetic is going to haunt him for the rest. We got one more waspy woman. But people are upset. Also, it's like, I think it's, all right, let's take that out of the, let's take that context out of the story for a second. I just think it's funny that she thinks that that's what's going to do it, that that's what's going to make them stay together. She's like, you know that, you know, it's like, she's like, you know, you can just feel the high schoolness of this, right? Can you feel the high schoolness of this? Like, it's so romantic, I changed my name. That'll make it work this time. Even though we broke up and I started getting dicked down by A-Rod for a little bit. And we got back, that'll make it stick. He's got a whole family with these Hollywood celebrities, dog. They can't, look, if you're this hot and this famous, it cannot work. Because why would you lock down Ben Affleck's dick? Why would Ben Affleck put Ben Affleck's dick in jail? And why would J-Lo put that ass in jail? Right? You just don't do it. You don't do it until you get to Madonna's level, and then at that point, you're just a crazy woman on Instagram who's 65, who's got tons of Botox and is using weird angles, and you know her daughter's going, "Stop it!" Yeah,
I mean,
there you go.
She looks like a bloated fish.
I mean, look at what. Why is she doing this?
She looks like Marilyn Manson.
It's kind of, you know, the thing is she's such an icon, it's kind of sad to see when you go to her Instagram, you're going, oh, Jesus, why? Can you imagine, like, you know, that would be like seeing Frank Sinatra on Instagram. You know, that's how big a name she was. That would be like, if you did the generation from another time, it would be like, can you imagine Prince on Instagram? Prince would never be on Instagram. I mean, look at this. She's holding up panties on her Instagram. Go to her Instagram for a second. I mean, it's really like, it's almost like you're watching Grey Gardens. Go to that one. Yeah, let's see that one.
This one?
No, the one in the middle. All right, forget it. Jesus Christ. You got to sign into your gram. Do you even have a gram?
Yeah.
Anyway, Madonna, we wish good things for you, girl. 2 more stories, and then we'll get out of here to go get some IV drips from the COVID we're about to get.
Fucking Jared. Typhoid Mary.
Some guy in California at a at some convenience store or something won 2.4. One ticket holder got 2.4 billy. Jesse, you had a relative who won the lotto, right?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother won the lotto, and
But not a lot.
what did she get?
She got, I think it was close to $1 million.
On the Italian side?
On the Italian
or the Jewish side?
On the Italian side.
So, okay, so the Italian side, they're going to lose the money. On the
Yeah.
Jewish side, they would have invested in it.
Oh, they lost it immediately.
Yeah, but the Italians go, whoa.
Yeah.
Your mom got it, and she was like, oh, my God, Sunday sauce forever for the whole neighborhood. I'm going to buy my son an IROC. Dante, come here. I just got $1 million. Go get us all Cadillacs. Make them pink in a fur coat. And then we're going to Bay Ridge. We're going out. We're going to eat in Bay Ridge. What happened to all the money? The Jews are going, 1.9. Okay, we take a third of that. We put that in real estate. We take the other 2. We buy that grocery store I always wanted. And the rest, we're buying stock in Amazon. 1.9 billy. So 2.4 is what he won. So he's got the owner can choose between 30 equal payments of about $63 million per year. Now that's before taxes. That's the thing, right? Or a lump sum cash value of $929 million. What are you taking? I'm taking the lump sum because what if I don't live? What if I don't live long enough? Then it goes to one of my relatives who's probably going to try to kill me anyway. When you win 929, now when you earn 929 or you come from a family that has 929, you are slowly groomed into knowing that you cannot just hang out anymore. And, you know, you're slowly kind of like, okay, I got to live in this certain place. I got to have private security. I got to do these things. But when some guy who walks into a fucking convenience center wins 929, he doesn't know. He just goes home and he tells all his friends, guess who won the lotto? And then he finds out, I don't have any friends anymore, because they're all going, yo, can you, Berth always wanted to get this new TV. And he's going, sure. He's a target now. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking the lump sum. You taking the lump sum?
I'm taking the lump sum.
Why did I just call it a lump sum? You taking the lump sum? What are you doing with 929, Jared? You still doing comedy?
Oh yeah.
Or are you going to open your what your childhood dream was, Shakespeare stage?
Yeah, a Shakespeare stage. That's also a bodega.
It sells kombucha.
Doug, what are you doing with 929? Cause you buying a fucking artist studio?
Yeah, I'm getting off the grid.
Yeah, 929. I tell you what you're doing. You're out of here. You're going to Tahiti and you're catching herpes. What did he get against syphilis? 929. What are you doing? What are you doing with 929?
Taking care of my family first, and then just saving it and
You're
investing
a good kid, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean by taking care of your family? What are you going to do?
Buy them houses, make sure they never have to work again. My immediate family. Let's just get that out there first.
How far down the line?
How far down the line are we talking?
I'm just doing immediate, and then I'll do my uncles.
What about cousins?
And the cousins are gonna have to wait. You have to show me your loyalty first.
It'll be like that. It'll be like the movie There Will Be Blood, where that dude shows up and pretends he's his brother. Jared will have a whole bunch of those guys. Like, hey, man. Someone just reads his Wikipedia page. He goes, yeah, man. Yeah. Your dad had a previous marriage you didn't know about. How you doing? My name's Darrell. I just like using the name Darrell.
That's scary.
That's the second time I used Darrell.
That's scary. That kind of makes me want to have it in installments, though. Because when you get that much money, you become John Wick real quick.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bounty out on your head.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
You got to move immediately.
Yeah, that's why whoever won it is remaining anonymous. They always do that because it's a target. You're a target. I feel like if you win the lotto in Mexico, it's like you should just basically go, just give it to the cartel. I don't want to be kidnapped. I'd rather live poor than be kidnapped. But here's the thing we're talking about, which is interesting. A lot of people don't know, right? So he gets 2.4 bill or 1.9, whatever, who's counting at that point, right? And then the government takes what? So basically, when you buy a lottery ticket, the government is selling them, right? So when nobody wins the lotto, they just go to all that money.
Right. So here, if you take the lump sum, right? So the payout was 1.9. You're walking away with 929 million. So they're pocketing 1.1 billion.
Jesus Christ.
After they already collected all the ticket sales.
Right.
So they won the lottery.
So they tax the ticket sales too.
They get the ticket money. So you buy, let's say you buy $10.
So they just give you back. But if they take the ticket money, that doesn't mean that they tax you on that. They don't take that money because they give it to you.
But they get
because more people put in than what's won?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you don't know how many people bought in. So they get the profit on top of whoever won. And then if nobody wins, they just keep the money.
I think they keep playing until someone wins.
Oh, they keep doing it until someone...
That's why it gets so high, because they'll run gambling.
So this is funny that gambling's illegal, but this is legal, the lottery. It's a nice little thing that they do. We just do gambling once in a while. Everyone can get in it. Anyone can win. What's the difference between this and gambling?
It is gambling.
It is gambling. It's the same exact thing, right?
$1 in a dream.
$1 in a dream. What do they do with the money?
I'll look that up.
Yeah. How many Boeing aircrafts do they build with the money? How many fighter jet planes are built? Because they definitely aren't using that money for schoolyards in the inner city or for teacher salaries. The funds are divvied out based on ticket sales. States that sell more tickets will receive a larger percentage of the revenue. Who's monitoring this?
It's like the electoral
Here, go to that
college.
one. Where does the money go? Oh, 1% of state revenue comes from lotteries. Sometimes that money goes into the general budget. Jesus Christ. But most legislatures use it to fund certain projects like schools, senior citizens, or environmental projects. I almost feel like all the money they steal, then they do a lotto to kind of make up for what they stole. So they collect on the taxes and they collect on whatever profit above what gets paid out. So they collect twice. Very, very brilliant. But if you try to do that, you go to jail. If you run numbers, you go to jail. Interessante, right? Interessante.
Very interesting.
Shout out to Jennifer Lopez. Interessante. And finally, someone who's not a lucky lottery winner. This tip, kind of the opposite of a lottery lucky winner, is an unlucky lady on a cruise. Here we go again. Someone has mysteriously disappeared off a cruise. If you are rich or you have ever had anyone dislike you in your life, never get on a boat. Ever. Do not get on a boat. Okay? Because you will go missing on the boat. And here's the deal. Nobody falls off boats. It's impossible to fall off a boat. It's impossible. Nobody's ever going climbing up the railing going, I wonder where this leads. Oh, whoops. I just wanted to see if there was another boat outside of this boat. I made a mistake and I fell into the water. Whoopsie. Nobody's going climbing up the wall going, is my room this way? Oh my God, I'm lost. Let me try swimming through the water to get back to my room. Whoever falls off a boat has been fucking lifted over the railing and pushed over the fucking boat. So she was a Tiffany jewelry executive. Her name was Gökçe Atuk. Is she Turkish? That's a Turkish name. She's Turkish? Okay, yep. So you know who the prime suspects are. Go look through every Greek name who had a ticket on that boat. Could have been a Greek who pushed her off the Norwegian Spirit. Her body has not been recovered yet. Of course it hasn't been recovered. That's why you push people off of boats. Because guess who likes to find bodies in the fucking water? Fish. Who are big fish like to eat them motherfuckers. Couple of killer whales came along and cleaned up. I guess we're having Turkish for dinner. Gökçe Atuk is no longer. Her jewelry has gone missing from her safe. I guess that fell out of the boat as well. I guess the jewelry in her safe fell out of the boat. You know how jewelry always gets lost. A wealthy 71-year-old Turkish distributor of luxury jewelry for Tiffany fell to her death. She did not fall to her death. She was murdered. She was thrown off of the fucking ship under mysterious circumstances. It's not mysterious. Somebody killed her. Her body's not been recovered. Experts are reportedly stumped over the puzzle of how the fire. I mean, these things are so funny, dog. These are. Remember that actress like fell off the boat too? What was that actress?
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood just fucking fell off the boat, and she happened to. What was she with some dude? And she just fell off the boat. Who falls off a boat? The one thing you do when you're on a boat is you go, "Hey, I'm gonna stay on this boat." Dog, have you ever been on a boat? Has there ever been a risk for you to fall off the boat? Have you ever been on a cruise? At no point was I like, wow, I am really close to falling off this boat. But you know what I have felt when I'm on the rail? Jesus Christ, if someone came up behind me and flipped me over, I'd be gone because it's nighttime and this boat just keeps moving.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect place to kill me if someone doesn't like the Longdays podcast. So, the experts, I mean, calling them experts here is really funny because they're stumped over the puzzle of how the 5'2", 71-year-old air tech could have fallen over a 3-foot-high guardrail on the ship in the South Pacific off the coast of Tahiti. I wonder how that happened. Was she working on her hops? She had ankle weights on and she wanted to work on her hops? Her son, Gökçe Atuk, said jewelry had gone missing from the safe in his mother's cabin. Where was Gucci, by the way? Ertik had been celebrating her birthday on the Norwegian Spirit. You dummy. Oh, wait a second. During a South Sea Islands holiday with a partner at the time of her death. CCTV footage from the cruise ship indicates that Arctic fell from the ocean liner at about 3 a.m. That's interesting. Was she going for a stroll at 3? Just checking out, or was she walked at gunpoint or knife point to go up there? Or did her partner go, hey, let's go recreate the scene of Titanic, and whoopsie, sorry, Jack, or whatever her name was, sorry, Rose. Her 74-year-old partner did not report her missing until 20 hours later. I think we have a suspect. I think the mystery is solved. He didn't report her missing until 20 hours later, prompting the ship's crew to keep the unnamed Swiss man under observation until the ship docked in Tahiti. He was questioned before ultimately being released due to lack of evidence. I mean, yeah, how can there be evidence? I guess unless he was if he wasn't on the cameras, which maybe it wasn't him. They're now filing a suit against the operator of the cruise ship, as well as arguing that it is the responsibility of the country of Tahiti to continue leading the investigation into circumstances of her death. According to the Turkish news outlet, unnamed officer working on the Norwegian cruise ship has been speaking out on social media. Safety on board is a really important issue. They just got to get rid of cruise ships. I mean, what the hell? So your risk on a cruise ship is of plague, COVID, or being pushed off. Just go to Cancun. Guys, want to give a Patreon shout out to our Patreon members, small business shout outs at that level to Wendy Eczema.
You said Zimena last time, so you know.
Yeah, it's Zimena.
Zimena? Yeah.
Yeah. Go to Wendy, XIMENA, WendyZimenaStudio.com. And you get a 10% long days discount if you directly message her, and she will make a portrait for you. Go look at her art at WendyZimenaStudio.com or Eczema. How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Zimena.
Zimena. WendyZimenaStudio.com. BenStudios.com. This guy don't care one way or the other. He's doing great. He's just a great supporter.
Ben Smith.
Just want to give a shout out to Ben Smith. Thank you, sir. Then, of course, we are brought to you by Brooklyn Cannery. 15% off with the bonus with the promo code Yannis Pappas. Go to brooklyncannery.com and start drinking their sodas, man. Natural ingredients with no added sugar and low in calories. It is not too good to be true. It is that good. Also prebiotic. Longshore Coffee. Promo code FUMES, longshorecoffee.com. You get 15% off with the promo code FUMES. Go get your coffee from longshorecoffee.com. Nate Linder, natelinder.com. Social media managing guru. You get a free consult if you mention Longdays. Go do it. Chris Minetti, 215-750-3730 in the Philly area to get your check cash. It's worth it. Hell, come from wherever and go there and get yourself a Wawa sandwich and a fake check cashed. ForTheFree.art, music in Hawaii, dog. Go look up their website. Very cool. I found some cool music on there. ForTheFree.art. You know, if you're going on vacation in Hawaii, definitely check it out. ForTheFree.art. Or if you're into music, check it out. ForTheFree.art. And then, of course, exclusiveautoshipping.com. If you're moving your car anywhere in the world, you get a free quote from exclusiveautoshipping.com. Student and military discounts as well.
It's been a